Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and an intuitive card reader. And right at this moment I have put my smudge up. I have smudged myself, my cards, my rocks, and this whole reading before it begins. This is a mixture of sweetgrass and sage. For those that are new to the channel, I try to put a smudge up before every reading. You can see the and that's what we want, a real good smoke. Lightens the energies, cleans the energies out. If you want more explanation, listen to another video of mine. I'm not at my 100% here tonight. So my normal spiel that I go through is going to be shortened down real quick because my main concern is getting through the readings and getting the readings done. This is a reading for Taurus for mid-month September 2016. This is a general reading that may or may not resonate with you on a personal level. If you'd like the reading and you want it privatized, personalized just for you, I offer that service, and all that information is found down below this video window in the description box. Also, if you're new to YouTube, you see that little subscription red button down below the window here. If you click that, every time Bay of Fundy Fortunes posts something new, you'll be notified via your email notifications. Kind of makes you a member, a family member of Bay of Fundy Fortunes, and you can also leave anytime you like. So anyway, but I don't think anybody's going to do that because things get a little heated around here once in a while with the cards. Okay, so I'm doing all this is the third to the last reading that I'm doing for mid-month September's for Taurus. I'm a bit under weather. I can't even talk. A bit under the weather the last couple of days, and life doesn't always run on a greasy wheel where everything runs normal and smoothly. So despite that, I'm being haunted that I have 3 more readings up to do, and I'm behind. But I did see one of the more veteran, long-time YouTuber readers. She's just getting her stuff out now too, so it made me feel a little bit better. She's been around YouTube longer than I have, but I've been around cards longer than she has. I'm older than her. Shh. Okay, so for those that are new, I use the Oceanic Tarot deck by Jay Mullis, and I use 5 cards from 78 from a 78 card deck, tarot deck, the Oceanic, for each online reading, general reading. I pull one significator from my deck of tarot at the very end of each reading as a significator over the reading. Your first card falls into your placement of the general energy over the reading. The second card falls in your wealth and your finances. Your third card falls into your love, your heart, your romances. Your fourth card is your challenges for mid-month September, Taurus. And the last card is your message from Spirit of the Oceanic Tarot deck. And then I pull the significator at the very, very end. Okay. Let's get right into it here. The card that I pulled for you for your overall energy is a card of responsibility, is the 10 of Wands. Wands are all about practical things. Trying to get them in the full light. Anyway. Okay, so this card is implicating, and so are some of the cards that follow it here, that Taurus, you're going through some very heavy, serious, hard times right now. You're feeling an overload. You're feeling burdened. Humanistic confusion. What I mean by that is asking yourself big questions about what are the answers to life, and what is the meaning to life, and you're feeling lost and confused. Some of you are also feeling a lot of exhaustion, and you're trying to you're feeling the pressure to prioritize things, but you keep getting what you feel are blocks that are in your way and slowing you down and holding you back from straightening out your priorities right about now. It's not something that you'd want to think about, I get much to say for some of you, but you're more or less being forced to. The advice of this card is to make sure to set your boundaries, to reduce your stress. It will help reduce your stress if you set some boundaries around you. You may need to say no to certain people. And right now, with everything you have on your plate, Taurus, and you have a lot going on, this is for some of you. Remember, this is a general reading. Set your boundaries. Draw the lines around yourself in your life that you don't want anybody crossing right now. And you know what? If you have to say no to certain people in regards to certain things, because Taurus is very much a giving type of person, always somebody that you can count on, pretty much. They're the person that the rest of us can all turn to sometimes when we need good, stable people in our lives with solid personalities. That's a Taurus. Those of you that love you the most will accept no and still continue to love you and like you and still want to be your friend, your brother, your sister. Just because you say no, then you're going to find you may be the one on the other end that is surprised by somebody's reaction once you've said no to them. They'll take it quite well, and you expected a little bit of drama. So right now the overall energy is you guys are sitting in a gray spot of life that I can see. Okay, let's go into your next card. Your next card is your wealth and your finances. I pulled the High Priest, and he's all about wisdom. He's offering some wisdom to you. You're lucky that he came up into your financial sector, really. That's why he's there. His hand is reaching out and offering. It's not in your face kind of thing. He's just reaching out saying, I'm here to help if you need my help. Keywords for this card are education and traditional beliefs, ceremonies, unities, marriage, values, and authority. Some of you, I feel nudged to tell you, may feel like you're up against some kind of authority where you can't, something is out of your hands and under your control, and it's a sit, wait, and see kind of a thing. That's for some of you. For some of you, you need to listen to your inner wisdom, which will guide you to, for some of you, new educational paths, beliefs, or you're looking for a teacher that can teach you in a field of study or interest that you personally want to get into. Can't see what that is, and I'm very sorry about that, but it's not showing me a whole lot. This man could be somebody that you know. And this is an exceptional human being if you're so lucky to have them into your life. This is a person that stands between the portal, between the realm of the divine and mortal man. This man for those of you that and I would say it is rare and spare that know somebody like this in your life. You almost want to drop to your knees and worship him. He is the most together and honest and strong, and he's exemplary as a human being. As honest as the day is long. If you look up honesty, hard work, devotion and integrity and intensity, you'd find this man's picture in the dictionary. People like him don't come along every day. It doesn't make you or me. If we know somebody like that, it doesn't make you nor myself any less of a person. But he's kind of who we want to role model ourselves from, and he had his role model at some time in his life as well. And we want somebody to show the way, the path that has the less mistakes, the path that's a lot smoother to walk through and walk across. But here's the thing, he'll very wisely show you. You have to walk your own path, and I have to walk my own path. This is the way that life is. But if you know that there's somebody that's actually like him, and the chances are that you could come out the other end of this on your path and come out the other end being very much like this person. That would be the epitome of the meaning of your life for some of you. This is rare and spare, as I say. This is not for one of you, or two or three of you. This is maybe for one, maybe for two. On the outside, we'll say two of you that know somebody like this. And your drive in life is your ambition is to be a lot of like who they are. You want to be able to put that reputation out there for yourself. What greatness is in this person that you see. You know, other people may just see a normal man crossing the street, but little do they know, and you have the secret and wisdom that they're watching one of the greatest humans on the planet ever cross the street. And this is who you want to fashion yourself after. So you're looking for that mentor and that teacher, and maybe about two of you have that person in your life that you want to emulate. But you have to walk your own path to get where they are, same as the person before them. Okay, that's just a very strong nudge out there for a lot of you. For the rest of you, if you're looking, because it is September, coming into brand new school years, and all the schools are opening up again because summer's slowly winding down, this is a good time to go back to school, to investigate new courses, to enhance your skills, to pick up a new trade. For those of you that are younger, this is when you're putting your children into grade school. It is first day of school stuff for the children out there, of the viewers, and for some of the viewers themselves. This is first day of school stuff. This card can also represent the unity of two people who might be restricted by each other's traditions. See, for those of you going back to college and whatnot, university level courses, you're going to be, of course, meeting a new string every day. You'll meet somebody from different walks of life who come from different parts of the globe. Here in my province in New Brunswick, we have a school and a university here, considered one of the best in the world. So we get the best in the world students here. And that's the way it goes. And the thing is, you're going to get them from all over the world. You know, the best business leaders and best business students, and those that get their masters and this kind of an education, and they get their doctorates. They come from all different parts of the world. They don't all come out of one corner. They come out from all different parts of the world. And you cannot help but want to become friends, have a relationship with a lot of these different people. It's inevitable because it's going to happen. But your traditions could create some discomfort for some of you. I feel to tell you strongly, some of you will struggle to get past the differences in your beliefs and your traditions. In the end, returning to school and furthering the education, absolutely. Putting you in contact with people from all over the world as well raises your level of financial employability. You're networking at the same time as creating this whole different realm of life you've never dealt with before. There's so much networking going on, but it goes beyond that as well. It's the human connection that's happening for a lot of you. In the end, your money will grow, branching off from these areas. It'll be a slow progress. It's the way it's going to be. It's going to take time. It'll take a few years for some of you, but you will see offsprings and offshoots and paths and the connections that you've made over the last 3 or 4 years. and how that has resulted into money. That's what this whole card is about, in gaining an education and reaching through other people, looking for mentors and teachers in the final picture to enhance our financial realms. That we live in a class that we're left in, or we put ourselves in. So the third card that I've drawn for you this evening is a Four of Cups. It's all about boredom. In this case, looks like boredom of the heart. Cups are all about the heart and love, family, children, romance, any kind of love you can think of. And boredom is not a good word. Boredom is a word that the only time I say it is when I'm reading the card of boredom. It's not in my life. I don't allow boredom to come into my life. I have good or bad things going on all the time that have to be dealt with. And one thing my life never is boring. The advice of this card is for some of you to look for inspiration to renew your faith in life and know that life will bring you what you need. When the Four arrives, you're looking for better because you're feeling dissatisfied with your life. You have no belief at this point of a better life or a better love or a better job. I had this card in the previous reading for, I think it was Pisces. I had this card come in, and it's the same thing. You're acting like Cancer the Crab, and you're not liking what you're seeing and what you're experiencing living. You're crawling into the shell, and it's got the top, and you're pulling the top down over yourself, and you're hiding within that shell and in the darkness in hopes that life won't find you there because you don't want to deal with any of this. Well, I can guarantee this, and the card says it as well, that if you stay in that shell and the longer you don't come out and deal with these things, that's right, you're correct in everything you assume and everything you say. Life sucks, the big one. Sucks right out loud. Nothing changes, nothing happens, nothing gets any better. Everything just stays in this gray place. And if you don't get up and do something about it, well, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this and break this to you. For those of you that don't know, no offense intended. Maybe you need this kick in the pants. Get the hell out there and pick your own flippin' life up and move forward. And don't hide in the shell. It's always the things in life. And the card shows you that if you stay in the place that you're in, of course, nothing will ever change. And the key words for this card are stagnant and despondent. Some are feeling disillusioned as well. Some are feeling like they want to go into self-protection mode. A need for change. You need to get rid of the rigidity that is within you, that you have become. And you need to get rid of that stubborn streak as well. That's a big deal. That's a big, big deal. If you don't do these things, your life will not grow. Your loving relationships will not grow. Your family will not grow. Things that need to be given love and tolerance and patience and involvement. We need to be with those that are around us in order for the love to grow. You're not going to have love anywhere. Sorry, Taurus, if you don't kick yourself right in the pants. Don't be so lazy. Okay, don't get lazy Daxel, as they say. Keep going. Don't feel... some of you have just gone through something really bad that has left you feeling despondent and disillusioned. And some of you are in the need of self-protection against any further emotional pain. You're slowly sliding into a rigid lifestyle and becoming very, very stubborn. But some of you have been through some very life-altering changes. So in a way, what I said a minute ago, I almost feel like I was too hard and too much realistic and too harsh. I go through my own things, and I'm going through my own things right now. And I take this advice as well, too, that, we have to stand up and find the wherewithal and the strength, for God help us, the strength to just get up and breathe every day. Never mind take everything else on, but we have to. That's the way life is. We absolutely have to. and hang on to the belief that this too shall come to pass. This too shall come to pass. This will be gone someday. This moment that I'm in, this hardship that I'm in, the pain that I'm in will be behind me someday. It'll be behind you. It's the way of life. These are the moments that we find more growth from as well. We grow massively, and we supersede the speed of sound almost in the lessons and the growing that we do when we go through the hardest times. We got to pull ourselves out of that. That's in your love. That's everything that's closest to you. The next card that I pulled for you is the Five of Swords, and this is all about conflict. And boys, oh boys, Taurus, I tell you, it just seems to go on for you right now in this reading. Okay. Just give me one moment. I see if I've got my lemonade here. It hasn't gone warm. No, it hasn't. Five of Swords. Your challenges for mid-September. Conflict. Just to show you one more time. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, when the swords are always things of the mind, it shows us making serious decisions that are in the forefront of our mind. It shows memories, making new memories, holding it, but mostly looking back. It shows different compartments that we have in our conscious and subconscious level. So for some of you, you've got some deep thoughts going on right now, Taurus, and you're looking to decipher, what moves do I make next? What do I do with this information that I have? How am I going to utilize this new information? Because some of you, the new information, which we all receive every day, but new information for you right now, Taurus, this is your reading. So what's going to happen is there's news coming at you. And you have to take this information and analyze it and tell yourself, how am I to accept these changes, and how am I to generate anything from this? How am I to ingest this new information and then decipher it and spit it all out again to make it something that I can understand and accept and normal? We go back to the card, that part of the card was disillusionment. We are feeling that way during the 2 last weeks of September. This shows an argument and with somebody, Taurus, and you feeling drained following this argument. Feelings of being battle-worn and tired. I can't take anymore. For some of you, it's not even an argument. It is just the way life has been for the last few weeks, we'll say. For some of you, a small handful of you going through this difficult time, you're starting to feel pretty small in the grander scheme of things in life. You feel like your life has gotten smaller as well. You don't have the extensions out there that you used to have. You always had extensions and places to go and people to see and things to do. And slowly you feel like this is being taken away from you and your life is shrinking and getting somewhat smaller. Some of you are feeling stung from past relationships right now because you're in this mode. Like, this whole reading so far has been very gray and the inner part of who you are, Taurus. There's a lot of things going on. And for those of you, even though you may not have a lot of things going on, the things that are going on are pretty heavy. They're pretty heavy right now. This is not what you've seen yourself at a year ago. If you were to look back at the time you looked ahead to this time, this is not what you've seen and not what you expected. There's some real surprises here. And now you're telling yourself, some of this stuff happened so long ago and I haven't dealt with it, and now I have to deal with this. I have to go on. I have to gain some control back over my life. I see a family relationship, a gathering of the family. The family making a purposeful trip to a central point to meet. There's going to be some maybe troubles going on or troubleshooting at this family meeting. Taurus, you're feeling opposed and ignored and overruled in any time you try to put your 2 cents in. I've had this card a long time ago and felt the same way. There's going to be some kind of a family gathering. There's been a change, or there's going to be a big change in the family unit, in the structure of the family. And everyone has to agree. Everybody has to agree on decisions to be made to implement these changes. These changes are coming whether we want them or not. It's out of our control. But everybody has to have a say. If for some reason, Taurus, you're feeling like the one left out and you're not being heard, you need to stand your ground, though. You need to become a little more assertive rather than retreat. Just say, I'm not having nothing to do with this. Don't do that. If that's what you're thinking on saying, I just don't care anymore, I'm going to back off. Don't do that. Stand your ground. This will be important later on down the road that you stood your ground. Don't squirrel off and hide somewhere. Don't do that. Your opinion won't count for nothing the next time, and there will be a next time. You need to stand your ground and show people, I need to be respected, you tell yourself, and you put that out there, and my voice needs to be heard, and my voice needs to be respected as well. And I won't settle for anything any less than being heard. Nobody has to agree with you, but damn, they have to listen, and you've got to make a point of that. Okay, so your keywords for this card are opposition, moving on, safe haven, finding peace, resolution and peace. That's going to be your challenges. Okay, there's a lot here for the last 2 weeks of September. I don't know how that is going to come together for some people. I have no idea. I really don't. I'm trying to open myself up to see the pictures, and I'm not seeing any. I think it's because this is going to mean so many. It's going to mean a lot so far in this reading to everybody, every Taurus, but on so many different levels. We've got a real hodgepodge here going on, and my simple brain can't pick that up. I'm not seeing any pictures. I am seeing families sitting around living rooms and kitchens, and kitchen tables, having coffee, having tea, and having a discussion, and some not wanting to make eye contact and looking at the floor when they speak, and others looking straight ahead, not really looking at anything either. And maybe 1% of the people in that room are making eye contact, and they're looking around, and they're just looking around at everybody because they really want to get a grasp for what's going on and the changes that are going to come. Yeah, let's say enough of that right now. I'm not seeing the pictures. That's all I'm saying. Your message from Spirit is the Angel of the Ocean. She's all about healing, and this is quite appropriate for this placement in this reading at this time. It is the infinity symbol that looks like a sideways 8, where she's holding up 2 cups and has her arms through them. That's the infinity. Whatever goes on right now is probably going to carry on for a long, 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 long time. Taurus. She's all about healing. She's the angel of the ocean. And yes, that's the infinity symbol that you've seen for her. When this card shows up, it shows that Spirit is trying to tell you that they're here to try to bring emotional harmony, mental balance, physical balance, and spiritual balance back into your life again. That there are spirits around you, especially the angel of the ocean. She's here to help. So you need to leave yourself open to that. She's a peacekeeper. She's all about healing past traumas. She's here to help you balance your mind, your body, even your finances. Your finances may take a priority right now for some of you as well. It's going to be bringing money to the forefront from what I can see here for some of you. In the middle, if all the emotional and the past from the stuff from the past and the life changes and the family need, if that wasn't going to be enough, the angel's here though to guide you through the stresses that come from this situation that some of you are going to find yourself in. The one thing that you're able to do right now, Taurus, is to you can work your own little bit of magic to reconcile any opposition that you have in your life right now. If you really, you could say, well, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You know what? It's not all about you. So never mind with I don't care. Sometimes you need to put I to the side and look at the person in front of you. You could be a really good friend and a really good shoulder to somebody standing right before you. Never mind with the I don't care. Because people that run around saying I don't care, guess who's the first one to care when all hell breaks loose about themselves? You are. Me. Everybody, when we take on the attitude of I don't care. Don't do that. Reconcile. Reach out a little bit of kindness. It'll do you good to be kinder to somebody else. It'll do you more good than you will do them, is what I'm trying to say. Your keywords are balance, patience, flow, angels, and finance, and we just covered all that. So that's your message from Spirit. Your message from Spirit said an awful lot of stuff. And if you want to heal, you've got to leave yourself open. Leave yourself open to receiving healing power from the angel of the ocean. She's a spirit guide. At this moment in time in this particular reading, she's a spirit guide. She's a peacekeeper. She's here to heal your past trauma. So when you're feeling emotions that are really good, and you take note of it, it's the ones you take note of, that's spirit at work. You can look back at the end of the day and come the wee hours of the evening before you lay your head to rest and go back over the day, and then it's real easy to see where there was divine intervention at different points of the day, and that is her. That is spirit. All right, so I pulled for you your Significator card, because that was our 5-card reading. It's gone on pretty long. I pulled the World, and it's in reverse. This is upside down. And this is what she looks like upright. This is the World. All right. Get my book out on her. Now, I'm going to read the upright first. It represents completion, reward, celebration, and success. It is closely related to the meaning and the symbolization of the circle. Reverse. The reverse is disappointment, lack of vision, and inconclusion. That's what I said earlier with the 5 of Swords in your challenges is, and also up here at the beginning, I think was within the 10 of Wands, is you not wanting to deal with any of this stuff going on. There's this meeting of the family and a family circle coming together. If you don't deal with it, you're going to have a lack of vision, and it's never going to be finished for you. This is the thing. It'll never be over for you unless you're there to guide things along. Within the family, nobody's going to listen to a word you say unless you're there and you partake. And that's the way it is, be it a pleasant gathering or an unpleasant gathering. That is the bottom line right there. I'm getting a strong sense of that. And I almost don't want to say that because I do have a friend that went through a loss recently. And, he's on my mind a lot. And a lot of this reading is probably going to pertain to him. But I didn't go out of my way to shift through 2 decks, each with 78 cards in it, to pick these cards to make them come up. But, I stop and to think here, and I'm thinking, a lot of this is going to resonate with him. But he's not alone. There's other people out there, too. And you have to go to this communicating with other people. And the other people are going to be close family and friends. And if you want to resolve some things and make life go just a little bit better, then you have to extend yourself whether you want to or not. You've got to, put down the boxing gloves, or a hammer, right? One of those big rubber hammers. You're going to just give it to somebody, right? Put that to the side for a little bit. Try to resolve. You're feeling so bad. Do you really want that much more misery coming into your life right now? Do you really want more opposition? Lay down the hammer, lay down the shovel, lay down all those things, that can hurt another person if they get too close to you. Lay that all down and go out of your way to try to resolve some opposition in your life, to remove some of that. When you lift some of that opposition off of your life and say, well, that cleared the air with that person, I feel better. Everything else is going to feel a little bit better too. That's just physics almost. It's a given that this is the effect it's going to have. If you can resolve something, there's some darts that you've been holding on to that you felt someone threw at you. Get them out in the open, resolve them, put them to the side so then you can come back together at another time. There ain't all this stuff in the way in between the two of you. It's really important to do that right now, Taurus. Very important. That's for everybody. That's just for everybody. That's not even for one or two. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please, I'm sorry I'm not up to myself tonight for some reason. I'm feeling, it's not some reason. I've not been well for about 2 days. And it's just been too much going on here too. I'm not used to that. I live a real quiet life. So it's upsetting to my system. So I see there's something for me to get on top of, even though I'm not a Taurus. I haven't even done my own sign yet. So if you like this, fine. If you haven't subscribed yet, have you subscribed yet? Don't forget to do that. Hit that button. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time to do the October reading for Taurus and the other 11 signs of the zodiac. And it's for October. I'm sorry. And I am just beyond myself, and I am almost wringing my hands because I just know there's a big change coming up. A big one. A lot of you will be already in full swing of the change by the time the October readings come up. For those of you dealing with a lot of dark stuff, pull yourself up, please. The rest of us still need you here. Big hugs and big kisses. I hope to see you all back real soon. For now, good night and goodbye.